Howdy, this is Just Puzzling. My name is Chris. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me for this expert killer Sudoku that I do on my iPad. I'll go through the rules of Sudoku, how the cage is added to the Sudoku, one rule that I use that's actually not a rule but it's just a helpful hint, and then we'll get on solving it. Alright, so in Sudoku there are 9 rows, 9 columns and 9 boxes. In each of the rows, columns, and boxes, we need a unique number 1 through 9. It's the intersection that causes the puzzle to be easy or hard. Alright, then we have cages. So there's these dotted lines with a number in the top left hand corner. We must add up to those, to the number in the top left hand corner without having a paired number. So say for example, even though this breaks the rules as a Sudoku, I can't have a 2 and a 2 and a 4. So it has to be 1 and 3. And that's pretty much the puzzle. The only other thing I will tell you that comes in quite helpful, and I can see quite a few of these here, is that 1 to 9 added together is 45. So that comes in quite helpful. So let's go through that from a point of view of a couple one. So that rule will help me in this row. It'll help me in this box here. Sorry, this box here. And it'll help me in this box here. So let's start with this one. So 1 to 9 adds up to 45. I've got a full cage here, a full cage here, and then I've got a spare box there. So if I add up these two here, 13 plus 26 is 39. How far am I short of 45? I am short by 6. So that helps me in terms of that one. What I have another one here is this is going to go over because this row here has one that sort of leaks over to there. So 14 plus 15 is 29, 38, 51. 51 is above 45 by 6. Interesting that it's a 6 number. So that means under the rules of Sudoku, 6 has to be in one of these three because it can't be in here, can't be in here, but it can't be here because that's in the same cage. So 6 and 8 is going to be this one here. Alright, which means if I look at this, 6 and 8, that means that this is going to be a 9, 1 and 3 here because 9 can't be there. 9 can't be there because 9 plus 6 is 15, so that'd have to be a 0, not possible. So there you go. And that will make this 2 and 7 and this 1 and 5 in some shape or form. Alright, so what else can we see? We've got another one here that leaks over. So 11 plus 13 is 24, 20, let's start again. 11, 24, 35, that's 10 to get it up to the 45. 10 from 18 is 8. Alright, so, and we could have done it the other way, but this one's a little bit more awkward because there's no leaking over. What's interesting to me is this is 12, 6 minus 12 is 6, so 6, 17, 26, 32, right? So that means that this is going to be 13 to get to here. Now, interestingly enough, we were saying that, actually I made a mistake. So 13 are the two numbers. So this can't be 6 and 7, but it can be 5 and 8, or it can be 4 and 9. Okay. Actually, if I add up these two boxes together, which add up to 90, I have one spare cage here. So 20, 34 plus 15 is 49. 62 plus 6 is 68. 79, 88. So this to get to 90 is a 2. Get to 8, that's a 6. I could have actually done this by a different way, because the 1 and 3 meant to cancel out the 1 and 3 here, and that's 6, but that's how I've done it. So with a 17, it's always 8 and 9. With a 4, it's always 1 and 3. I actually have a spare cage here. Interesting. Alright, so 14 plus 10 is 24, plus 17 is 41, so that's going to be a 4 there. Okay, so interesting. So that means that this is going to be, 4 can't be here, 4 can't be here. This is going to be a 4, 9 and 7, because 4 from 20 is 16, and the only thing I can get for 16 is 9 and 7. Alright, so 8, 6. Right, I've actually got a spare cage here. 15, 4 from 15 to 11, plus 4, 15, plus 11 to 26, 39. So this is going to be a 6, leaving this to be a 1. This is going to be a 2, 3. Okay, so 1 and 3 up here, 1 and 3 up here, 1 and 3 up here. 1 can't be here because they have to be an 8, and that's 8 and 6 there. So 1 can't be here, so 1 is one of these two. 8 and 9. 6 can't be there. So 11, 1 and 3. So this is going to be 8 and 5. Because 5 and 6 is out for the 11th, can't be there. So this is 8 and 5. Which means one of these is going to be a 2. One of these is going to be a 9, which means 9's up here. 7's going to be here, so that's a 7 there. So what I'm saying is 8 and 9 here, 1 and 3. So 7, 2 and 5 is this column here. 7, 2, 5. Still doesn't help me with the 8 and 6. 1, 3. 7, 2, 5. This is, remember, this was 8 and 5. 5's there, so this is a 5, leaving this to be an 8. 8 can't be here, so this is going to be the 8 here, leaving this to be a 6. 9 and 4 here, which means this is going to be 9 and 4. Well, 4 can't be there, so this is a 4, 7, 9, 2. Okay, 7's not there, 7's not there. So 2 and 3's there, takes out the 9 from this. So this is going to be 9 and 5 here, and 9 will be at the bottom here, but 9 can't be there, so 9 could be here or here. 9 can't be there, so this is a 9 here. The reason the 9 can't be there because of the 4, which is add up to 13, so that's a 2 there. Alright, so 2 and 3, 9 and 5. That makes this 8 and 4, so 4 can't be there, so this is a 4 here, leaving this to be an 8, and this will be 6 and 7. Well, 6 can't be there, so this is a 6, leaving this to be a 7. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 can't be there with the 9, so that's a 4 there. 5, 6, 7. So 7's there, leaving this to be a 6. This is going to be 8 and 3. So 3 comes across here, so that can't be a 3, so that's a 1, leaving this to be a 3. 8 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was going to be, so that adds up to 17, so that must be a 1 there. Okay. So 1 is there, 1, 3, 2, 5. So 8 and 9 here. 8 going to be one of these, which will leave me a 7. Can't be a 1 there. 8 and 3, 8 and 4. So this can be 1 and 9 and 1, or 6 and 4. Okay, 6 needs to be one of these two because it can't be there because of that 6 there. 6, 5. So this can be 6, this could be 5 and 4, which would be 5 and 4 there, or it could be 4 and 5 there. Alright, so 4 can't be here, so I said 6 and 4, it's actually 7 and 3. So 4 is one of these because it can't be there. 2, 5, 7, 4, 9. Well, 9 can't be there, so this is going to be 1 and 5. I don't know where the 1 and 5 is, so, but what it does tell me is that's 1 and 5. 5 can't be in any of those three, so that's a 5 there, leaving this this to be a 4. Alright, so 1 and 3's here, that adds up to 4. To get to 13, that's 9. 9 can't be here, so this is a 9 and this is a 4. So 9, 1 and 3 here, which I actually knew that before. This is 2 and 7. Don't know where the 2, but I do know that the 2 is going to be one of these now. 9 comes down here, so that's a 9 there, leaving this to be a 5. 8, 9, 1, 5, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So 2 and 3 can't be there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is here. 8, 2, 5. Yep. 8, 3, 4. Both work. Well, actually, 4 can't be here. 4 can't be here. 4 can't be here. 4 can't be here. The reason 4 can't be there is that. So that's a 4 there. Alright. So 8 and 3 here, making this the 2. 8 and 3, 8 and 3. So 9 is going to be one of these two. 2, 4, 8. So it still got 3, 7 there. 1 and 3, 9 and 8. 2, 4. So 4 comes across here, 4 comes across here. Can't be those because that would be an equal. So that's a 4 there. Alright, so 4 comes up here, 4 comes up here, across here and across here. So that's a 4 there. 1 and 3. Okay, so 4, 4, 4. 2 and 7. Can't do anything about that. 1, 9, 3. Can't do anything about that. 4, 7. So this is 3 and 8. 8 can't be there. So that's an 8 there, leaving this to be a 3. Okay, 3 can't be there. So that's a 3, leaving this to be a 1. This is 1 and 5. Can't do anything about that. And that's still 2 and 7. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 and 5 here. 5 can't be there. So that's a 5 there, leaving this to be a 2. That adds up to 11. So I've got 15 to go. So that's going to be 8 and 7 there. 7 can't be here. So that's a 7 there, leaving this to be the 8. 8 comes down here. So that's an 8 there, leaving this to be a 3. So 3 7's out of here, 2 8's out of here, 4 6. So this is 9 1. 9 can't be there, so that's a 9, leaving this to be a 1. 9 comes up here, 9 comes up here, so that's a 9 there. 1 comes up here, so that's a 1, leaving this to be a 3. Alright. 1, 2. Yep, 2. So 2 can't be here, 2 can't be here. Remember, there's 2, 5 and 7. So 2 is up to here. And then I've got 5 and 7 and I don't know where they go. 8 and 9. So 9 comes down here, 9 comes up here, 9 comes across here, can't be there, so that's a 9 there, and the 9 can't be because it has to be 9 and negative 1. 9 comes across here, so that's a 9 there, leaving this to be an 8. Remember, the 17 can only be a 9 and an 8. 8 comes across here, 8 comes across here, 8 can't be there, so that's an 8 there. Alright, so this is going to be a 3 in this column. 3 can't be here, so this is a 1, leaving this to be a 3 here. 2, 3, so 1 and 7's up here, but I don't know which order. 3 comes down here, so this is a 3 here, leaving this to be a 2. 2 can't be here, so this is a 2 here, leaving this to be a 7. 7 comes down here. I need 1 comes across here, 1 comes across here. Can be one of those two, but it can't have to be 7 and 1. 7 can't be there, so that's a 1, leaving this to be the 7. 1 comes up here, so this is a 1, leaving this to be a 5. 5 comes down here, so this is a 5 here. and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the number there. So 5 comes across here, so it's a 5 there, leaving this to be a 7. This is 3 and 5. 5 can't be there, so this is a 5, leaving this to be a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6 and 7. 7 can't be there, so that's a 7, leaving this to be the 6. Alright, just over 15 minutes with explanation, so pretty happy with that. Yeah, good puzzle. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, bye for now.